Good Monday morning, brothers and sisters. So recently I did a video on the difference between the Greek word chronos and the Greek word kairos, discussing the time as God sees it. We typically think of time as chronos, which is like time on a clock. But according to the Bible, God thinks of time also as kairos, which is his appointed time or a window of opportunity. As I continue to watch alongside you for our blessed hope and the rapture of the church, the Lord just keeps giving me more of a conviction that it's just as important not only to watch, but how we watch and who we're putting our trust in. So many men are trying to find comfort in watching for a specific date or something that would give them a clue as to when the rapture will occur. But if we look at Scripture in the context of how the Lord uses kairos, we need to understand that it's more important to understand it's God who we need to place our trust in, not in a specific date or time. I know there is a very fine line with brothers and sisters regarding this. I know a lot of people get great excitement out of it, but we have to know how we are to weigh our groaning. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's no doubt about it that the rapture-ready remnant is groaning and growing deeper and deeper every day. And so we have to balance this impatience that we have, this groaning that we have, with a healthy way to watch. When we look at the character and nature of God, we know that it's in his nature to be long-suffering. It's also in his nature to wait for an opportunity when it's ripe for harvest. So rather than looking at a specific date, we need to look at who it is that we're trusting in rather than when. So Jesus Christ is faithful, and the best way to endure to the end is to keep our eyes focused on him. So many people get focused on a date. I know a couple dates have come out short of. God thinks the rapture's April, the middle of April. Barry Awe thinks the rapture could happen in the middle of April. We have Stephen Dexter saying that the rapture will most likely happen in June. And so you have all these dates, and people tend to just focus on these dates as this is when it's going to happen. Instead of looking at the Lord, they look at the date. And it's so easy to do, brothers and sisters, because we are finite. We want something tangible. But the battle that we war is in an unseen realm. Everything that we basically do is unseen. Prayer is unseen. It's a spiritual thing. But we as mankind always want something tangible to hold on to. But if we're to endure to the end, if these dates do pass, we need to know how to continue to look to Christ, because God says in his word that he promises to help us escape. So we shouldn't be surprised if he allows a little more time, but we have to be prepared for it, because we have to run this race well. And part of running this race well is watching for Christ, not a date.